Okay, so the circle hints. Ah, yes, this one's a fun one. First of all, you can take these out. Now, as you can see, these ones are 2, so you can just kind of color these all in. You can also see this is a 0. And then this one's a 2, and these are 3, so you can color this. And this one's also a circle 2, that means you'll have to cut those out. Yep, I am spoon feeding you all this, because nobody understood it in the Ridge Eye Picross. So I'm like, okay. It goes in that room. Now, we're just going to do some rules. Now, this is the rules of the game. This, if you accidentally remove a cube, it'll count as a miss. Misses are counted. 5 misses and the puzzle's over, okay? It's not like Picross DS where it's each miss adds time, and once you reach an hour, it's not really good. This one's also a time limit, but apparently misses I don't think count towards a time limit. Basically, don't do it within that time. Nope, no good. Now, apparently, so yeah, level 1 puzzles you're gonna have to do within the time period. Don't don't say you suck to me just because you can do this faster. I'm actually doing this pacing wise. So yeah, I will try and not to miss any. So yeah, we'll start off by just deleting all of these zeros. Zeros is a good way to start off because you don't need to think anything. Now, you can see there's a 0 here, and oh, what do you know, we're done. You don't need to paint a thing here, you can just kind of like do it. This one's point of ideas, so yes, an exclamation mark, and I can actually like list the ones I've done already. So yeah. Oh. Now, 1B. So there's a 5. And there's a 5. Oh, weird angle. And now, just cut everything out. Oh gosh, I'm scared for math tomorrow. I am scared. Well, plus sign. Plus sign. So yeah, the stuff we're doing is, or plus symbol. The stuff we're doing is really simple, but eventually it's gonna get some really complicated stuff. And by really complicated, by about, I don't know, I think level 3 we're starting to get into the harder stuff. Like, we're gonna do that dog. That dog, yes, the dog. Yeah, so most of this stuff is thin. Now this one, they actually give it to you straight away, so you can fill that in, you can cross that out, and you can tell that's a 4, so, I don't know, you got something in there, but you can definitely, no you can't actually, or maybe you can. Yeah, you can actually tell that that's there, so you can. How do you know? Well, basically, think of the possibilities. You have to fit 2 there, so you have to do 2 here. Or you could fit 3 here and do 1 here. Either way, you're going to need at least 2 here, and to put them together, you're going to need to use the middle one. And plus, these 5, when you think of the possibilities, whichever ones are always in the possibilities. So you can kind of just pick the middle ones, and they're already there. As for the 4 here, you can also do that. Now you got a 1, so we've already done that. Then you got a 5 here, so you can color that in. And then you also got a 5 here, so you can color that in. And you also got a 4, so you can color that in. And you also got that. And you can kind of just cut all these out. Snap it, snap it, snap it. We've gotten the idea, haven't we? Yes. Okay, so you got the puzzle. I'm not taking this off a guide, so that was just clearly memory. Do 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 do. Why is it pieces if it's just a piece? Ah! Now I see why. Ah. Ah. English is so fun. Now, yes, we will be starting the boxes. Oh, no, not the boxes. The dogs in this level, and I think the first one is the boxes. Now, this one's a 2, but it's in 3 spaces, so you can kind of cut that out. Oh, what do you know? And weird dog, eh? dog head. Yeah, that's what I meant by boxer. I was kind of remembering it. You junkie, you cute little junkie. Okay. So yeah, first start off with the zeros, then to the fulls, so we'll go to threes. Then we'll go to the tops and see that these are not nines, they're sixes. That's one thing they missed out. They missed out on which way it's aligned. So just kind of related to the others. And you can see we've kind of already done that. So, done this, and what is this going to be, eh? Oh. Why? It is... I forgot this one. Isn't it a travel bag? Suitcase. I did not totally read that. It's one of those bags. Close enough. Just trying to relate to the picture. Now, when you clear a level, this will happen. Do 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 do. So yay, hooray! What it says by collections, it actually means like see all the pictures and like see where each one goes. So yeah. Now there's some techniques as well. So you know how you can do stuff like this. And yes, it will give away some of the techniques. At first glance, none of these hints really ring a bell. However, you can see that 4, as I said before, you can, no pun intended, you can see that there are 2 possible patterns, but it's not a circle hint, so you can only do yes, A. So you can clearly do that. Then you can cut off 4. Now, this one works the same way. You can tell that we finished the 2, so we can cut those out. And we can see the 3, so 2 of them are already marked. However, there's only 2 possible places, and you have to do B because A wouldn't be a circle. So yeah. The letter D. So yeah, do you like some of these techniques? They're very cool. Now, here's some harder techniques. You can see that there's a 4. However, you can see the possibilities. You can either got A or B. Now, however, no matter what pattern, those blocks will always be used. So you can actually paint those in straight away, you know? You can also mark some in this. You can also see that now these circled 2s can be marked off. You can see that these 3s have already kind of been filled out. You can see this 2's already been done. And that's kind of it. So yes. Some practice puzzles, shall we? For practice puzzles, they're not actually in actual levels, so you won't be graded on them. You just kind of have to do them, you know. Oh, what do you know? It's another letter. So you can kind of throw this out. And hey, that kind of does it already. Then you can do this 4 and this 4, and you can kind of cut this out. And oh, well, you know, it's a K. You know, K for Krispy Kreme. That's the only thing I can think of for K. Not even no, I can't say Picross. That's a C. Okay. So anyway, yes, you just feel motivated to play this game. Like, oh wow, you know what? They're throwing in a lot of these letter ones. By the way, here's a hint. Like, for example, you can start off with the 4, then you can tell it's a 2. Now, a 2, it's 2 separate groups, so they're just gonna have to be 1s. So you can basically just separate them straight off the bat, you know? And then you can kind of delete the whole thing. There you kind of go. Then you just gotta figure this out. And we got that. Isn't this R, P again? Or is it an R? Nope, it's an R. Ah! Do, 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 do. I'm trying to be less annoying, you know? Oh, we left its R behind. So I've got road there. And yes, we have finished this one. This one's like 4 things, but yes, we have. So yeah, now we're up to this one, and this one's okay. Now we can cut this out. We can see it's a 1, so we'll just do that. And we can see it's a 0 here. And then we can see it's 3 and 2. I'm just not gonna fill that out. You can see it's a 2, so you can tell that it's gotta be a separate group. Oh wait, it can't be that because it's a separate group, so it's gotta be there, done there. As for the 1, you can cut these 2 out. You can tell that's in and that's in, and all of these down the bottom are. And now there's only a 3, so you can kind of do that. And what the heck could this be? Oh, well, it is. Ah, bunny rabbit. See you guys.